So when you want to know what's the comprehensive view of Washington, D.C., I'll tell you this. We're not doing anything right now. There are 12 more legislative days this electoral season, and then we have the lame duck session. That's another 20 days. And so what are we doing? We're putting off all the big decisions because we fear. We fear. We fear that if we do it for this person, it might help that person. If we help the president, it might hurt our chances of winning. It's stupid. It's silly. Alexander Pope wrote, "Hope springs eternal in the human breast. Man never is, I mean man, woman, but always to be blessed." But so many in politics and business want to deny the blessings and the hope. They want to deny them to others and even deny they exist. But we know better. We have to become hope creators. We're not paralyzed by fear. We know that we can turn this thing around. So in the end, we don't have to wait for politicians to bring about the change that we all are seeking. Whether it's in our personal lives, our professional lives, and the things that we do. We just have to become the hope that we voted for. We have to become the change that we envision for our society. And that's how things will get better. I'm going to close because I want to give y'all time to ask me, because I'm like a Catholic person, start low, go slow, rise high, strike fire, sit down. But ladies and gentlemen, I believe that our leaders have forgotten what it means to hope. They've forgotten how to talk to us like adults, how to work for us. We hire them, we pay them, and yet we're not involved in the process unless we remind them each and every day that hope, you're in the business of hope. And you should tweet that you're hope creators. I'll put it on your Facebook page. Al Gore was on to something when he invented the internet. We can all stay connected now. I believe they've forgotten not only what hope means, but what advocacy is all about. I believe they've forgotten all that because they've stopped getting their hands dirty. They don't want to make the tough decisions. They stopped getting involved in the day-to-day struggle. And they don't know what the day-to-day struggle is. And that's what you all should help me do, and you all should do on your own. You have to remind them. I call my congresswoman 2-3 times a week. She don't like it? Go in another line of business. I call the 311 number in D.C. almost daily. When I was leaving my house today, the man was out there fixing the light. Thank you. My neighbor said that, "You called him again?" "Yeah." I want my dog late at night. I like dark meat and chicken. I like dark chocolate. But I do not like dark streets. Light him up. I have a little small dog, and I just want to see if he gets into something or my mama gets into something. My shoes. I called him when we had a storm. Blew down a couple of trees. "Are you coming to pick it up?" "Is this Miss Brasile?" "Yeah." I went down there yesterday to get my own permit. I said, "You want me to cut it?" I turned the whole DCRA off, everybody. I said, "I'm going to turn this out." I said, "I'm about to call Channel 5, breaking news. A woman get machine to cut the tree down herself." Before I got up this morning, that tree was gone. And I told him I'm going to the Home Depot and put it on my credit card. Come get that tree. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe in hope. No one's going to take my joy. I was given joy at birth. So were you. I was told that I could hope for things that I could not see because I had faith. So did you. We are the hope creators. We can change this story. We can change the American future, but we have to come together. We have to find the things that tie us together. We cannot be told simply because we look different from each other or we think differently that somehow or another we're different. We're all one people. And we're good people. So here's what our leaders can learn from you. Self-sacrifice. Put aside one's comfort to help another, not in the abstract, but in the blood and sweat and tears of the moment. I want to emphasize that in closing. You live uncomfortably because of what you do. Because you have to see beneath the surface to do your job. And of course, you have to earn trust each and every day. But you persevere. Because you assume that given an opportunity, people will seize the good. And our leaders can learn the value of dialogue from you, of listening to the other person instead of preaching at them. You know that before you can help someone, you have to understand where he or she is coming from. Our leaders have become talkers when they should be listeners. Our leaders can learn from you faith in others. How do you prevent helplessness? How do you dispense hope? By expecting much and giving the individual room to grow, to make mistakes, and to learn. We're all children of God, struggling to achieve, struggling to be acknowledged. And finally, our leaders can learn the power of the small act. They like to think in large scale and big numbers and grand vistas. And that's important, ladies and gentlemen, but the galaxy spins and the stars coalesce and the planets revolve and life exists with its ebbs and flow because of a hard-to-find exclusive subatomic goo that glues us all together. So how do you know you've reached someone? When that breakthrough occurs. Can't even say it occurs. It sounds like Medea. Occurs. Occurs. Security. Call security. Well, you know you've reached someone when their eyes widen just a little. I hate when I make a mistake on TV. I get one of my sisters. Girl, you know you did not pronounce that word right. I'm so sorry, Cheryl. I'll wash my mouth out in Chardonnay or Merlot tonight and try to get it right tomorrow. Or my sister, she'll call, Donna, what's that blue in your hair? Why are you looking at my hair, Sheila? Because Cheryl was paying attention to what you were saying. And Lisa, that's interesting, that color. Where'd you get that from, Walmart? I don't shop at Walmart for clothes. I'm sure you don't. It looked like it came from Walmart. I got a lot of sisters. But there's a transformational power in the small act that enhances the well-being of another person. And there's redemptive power in the acts of goodness and kindness that attends to the needs and empower those who are vulnerable, oppressed, impoverished in mind, body, or spirit. But there's something you can learn from Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. That is, get involved, speak up. Vote. Vote this fall. Please vote. Encourage others to vote. Be passionate about your issues, the ones that you advocate for. Be persistent. It's not enough to just do your job, as important as it is, as tough as it is, as demanding as your job is. Get involved in your community organization. Call 311. Teach others the value of advocacy, of standing up for what's right and what's just and what's human. Don't get caught up in these mind games where we can't give back, we can't help another. Always give back. To whom much is given, much is required. The Bible says that we all should live it. Reach out to the media. Oh my God, reach out to the media. Please. Whether you watch C-SPAN, CNN, Fox,